Hold on, let me get this right.
Okay, go ahead, my dear.
For more than 2 decades, she has been one of the defining voices of Antigua and Barbuda's music. From the infectious energy of her soca hits to her continued commitment to performance and cultural expressions, the diva has remained a constant presence on the local and regional entertainment landscape. As our music industry continues to evolve, influenced by digital platforms, changing audience tastes, a new generation of artists, more variety being available, questions about the future of our cultural product have never been more relevant. Joining us today is Claudette C.P. Peters Joseph, not only to talk about her upcoming events and what audience can expect from her, but also to share perspective on where our culture and music industry are heading, the opportunities she sees for our artists, and some thoughts on what it will take for Antigua and Barbuda's music to continue to grow while remaining true to its roots. Slide, go ahead now.
So, during the interview, you'll understand when you get the answers to the question, because you now heard her qualifications. She's more than qualified to answer these questions that is about to be posed to her. As we say good morning and welcome to my niece, my diva, my queen. Good morning, my dear. How are you doing this morning? Great to have you here in the morning show. Hello?
Hello?
Good
morning, Uncle Sly.
Oh,
morning,
morning,
dearest. Everybody who's listening to the sound of my voice. What a beautiful introduction. Love it.
we had to do it proper. Let me do it properly.
The best for the best, you know. That's how we strut it here. Our man in here. You understand? That can make the telephone caller come call. Good morning, baby. Who the hell? Morning, love.
Some mash up. He said he didn't say that. He said morning, love. Dumpling or some story like that.
We're trying for some diff. Anyway, no, I was asking if he's trying to tell me that I'm deaf. Anyways, girl, it's great to have you. I mean, I know the boss lady got some questions here for you, but you know, I was thinking, I was playing that song, that pan song. I think I've been convinced now because I got caught up on the bum bum bidim bum 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 bidim. You know that one. I got caught up on that one. That one had me thumping when it came out first. But I was just listening to this one a while ago as you started, you know, and that is why I had a little long music break there. I'm listening and say, long. Yes, something happened in my mind. I have it like this is going on in my mind. Yes, okay. I see where I can put. I see my nephew, you know, because you know who the heart is, right? You know who the hardest Kankad is? I can see where he's gonna arrange here, arrange there, and arrange.
Then play it.
Good. So this one, I think you got me. Yes, you got me.
Like a lion out the cage, I am beating with rage. Don't bother try and stop it. Let me read them for days, making carnival days. No kind of water to cope with.
All right, my happy day. Yes.
You know what? Next time, I'm going to make sure Claudette is here, and she's going to sing and talk about the song. Because clearly, I'm not talking about nothing else.
Look at girl.
Claudette, every day, I say, Claudette, I will not play the song today. Everybody not playing the song. Why would everybody not play the song? Every day, Claudette.
You hear the run there?
Jesus.
Can you imagine what the Cardiff is going to do to that run?
See where you're going again? Anyways, Claudette, darling, it's a pleasure to have you joining us this morning. How was the school run?
The school run, that was a serious run. We did, how many schools? We kind of got caught up because there's CXCs and there's the primary school examination and the regular exam. So we would have done in total about 15 schools, and then we have a few that are calling. So tomorrow we have to squeeze in at least three other schools. They'll be like, please come. So we're just going to do that. Because we're all about making sure that the children are happy. But, Auntie Claudette's Kiddies Fest is slated to happen on the 12th.
You hold on. Me not reach through the kiddies set
A
yet.
question and answer? Okay.
No, you hold on. The reason why I asked you about how was the school run, right? Because let me tell y'all. So Auntie Claudette take she event, make excuse for go tear up the people in them school with our good culture, because sometimes we forget that our young people are are the foundation and the roots of our culture spread and grow. So me not bad with she thought, but she use the Auntie Claudette fet for promotion. It's gone. She gone and spread with culture. That is what she's doing.
Yeah, I have to, because when I was younger, this is something that we used to do. You know, we had different events at the school and all of that, and I just find that, you know, majority of the schools, they really don't do that besides having a party, you know, and, you know, to speak about, you know, what our culture is, and you know, how we dance and how we speak, and the songs we sing and the poetry that we used to, you know, the storytelling and all of that. It's something that is needed, because I find that, you know, it's not happening anymore, and the two young children don't know about it. They only know about social media and what social media has to offer.
So in line with that, then, I have a question for you. When you look at the state of music and culture in Antigua and Barbuda today, two parts. A, what excites you most? And B, what concerns you most about where we are headed?
What excites me? Yes. And that part would probably be two parts. Well, it's basically music. Pan is really doing their thing, and young people are so involved. And just to give you a little backstory as to the reason why I said that. Now, this song Pan Man Play was done a few years ago. I didn't record it because it was the period when Pan wasn't really doing anything. We were beckoning for the young people to, you know, start going into the pan yard and stuff to do things. The young people wasn't interested at all. You remember that period? But that song has been in existence since then.
Hold on. I just going to say that it's not the young people weren't interested. We weren't finding the right cues to drive it.
Okay.
So go ahead now.
Well, the young people were there. So the song didn't make sense at that time. And so now that we have pan yards filled with young people, just with oozing with excitement, I was like, yes. The team and I decide that this is the right time. And then the runs. Look at me with the rhythm and the harmony, the melody upon. I could not sing that for nothing.
Really? You know what you know.
Right? So that is what excites me. And then now we have a lot of young people, as old as 9, who are very much involved in jam band. So going through the school tour, and then would have had a discussion with my Soca Army team as to what the entertainment will be for Auntie Claudette's Kiddie Set. We decided, okay, we're going to do jam band. But then realized that we have almost 10 jam bands and young junior jam bands in Antigua, and I did not know this. And then putting them out, everybody's wondering, wait, where all them young bands come from? They've been in existence for a very long time, for quite some time now.
Oh, well, that means you don't go up by Uncle on Saturday nights then.
No.
Uncle have them up there do some things.
Right. So then is when we realized that was happening. And so we wanted to give them a feature on Auntie Claudette Kiddie Set where there's going to be a band class.
Claudette. The young people in the story, get them a forward. You say, get them a feature. Get them a They're teaching me, so I have to help you out. Get them a forward.
Oh, Lord. All right.
So what concerns you then about the state of our music and culture?
Okay, so we often wonder why our creatives, let me just put it all together, our creatives are not out there, outside of Antigua, you know, doing their thing, you know, entertaining and being the quote-unquote international creatives that we should be. That is what concerns me. But then I do know one thing, that it has to start a yard It must start here. The encouragement, must start here. I don't know if you saw the video the live that I did sometime last week. Where,
that's my response.
yeah. Last week, I took my son to school and then I packed up. I didn't even get to move off. Because something just ticked me and I said, let me just say something, because I find that Antiguans, we don't support each other enough. Okay? The support, then we would support a Trinidadian coming here and then a Dominican coming here, Vincentian coming here and the like.
Have you ever wondered why, as an artist?
I often wonder. And
may I just be presumptuous enough, because you know how I am, and none of them child better than you.
Right.
Go ahead.
And I was about
I can say that. You don't say that. I'll say it. He's all right.
And it's not for lack of talent, and it's not, and and we wonder, and we've been asked the question, what making it out there? What making it out there? You understand? We've been constantly asked that. Now, I'm close to Miss Alison Hines, and up to last week, even when I had the breakdown on my life, I called her and I asked. She saw it, and she was like, Claudette, I felt that. And I said, what do you think it is? And she said, well, tell me about what's going on. And then she said, in Barbados, what we do, we bring our artists together, the ones who are really, really doing well. And we bring them together, we formulate a team where we send them away on the trade shows, the tourism trade shows, and, different islands to market the music. And the government would pay the way, or whomever else would pay the way. And she said, if the artists don't come back with the joy in their heart that they're getting calls from the said countries that they have been visiting, then they have a problem. But they were thrown in there to do their due so that they're able to come back. We do that, but we do that for the Antigua Day. We do that for the Miami shows. But in terms of doing a musical rollout, we really don't do that. Maybe because of lack of funds, I don't know. But I find that we criticize each other too much. Sometimes you enter a game.
That's easy.
Pardon?
Criticism is easy. Doing the work together is hard.
And yes, doing the work together is difficult. We have this bad mind kind of vibe, that we just have festering around the place. And then we have social media, rather than using it to do good, we use it to bring each other down. Now, other islands, other countries are using social media to promote their music or to promote them. And it's reaching us here. If you decide that you're going to be using the medium, social media medium, to push negative, when they're looking in, checking our pages, coming out of Antigua, they're going to see, well, this is what we have to offer, what is this? So I was beckoning for people to just encourage our creatives, because sometimes you do it for the first time, and you probably didn't do well because of so many factors, nervousness and fear of, but you really have it. But then for the first criticism that you would have gotten, that would tear you apart, that would then put you in a position where you figure, you know what, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing it. And we might have missed Rihanna, Mr. Marshall, Mr. Erica Badu, miss somebody because of that antagonizing, I'm tired of that.
Well, I'm glad that you brought that up this morning, Queen. I'm glad you brought it up this morning, because as the Chief Rocky, I have experienced some things, that really dampened my heart. I mean, there are times when they have had shows that I MC with overseas artists and our national artists. And, as a courtesy, we go first. And we have them come after. And I'll be up there on the stage emceeing, and I would get calls from people in Antigua. My phone is ringing down. The Antiguan artisan and done yet? The Antiguan artisan and done yet? Why are you asking me that? Come here, come when and done. Now in an Antiguan way of putting it now, and I have to leave some words out. What it? Me hear you tal. You understand? I'm glad you brought that up so I can make my people feel guilty. How do you think those artists feel when they come here and they walk in there, they're in there, and they see the grounds empty? And then, after the Antiguan artists have performed, then the whole ground is filled with people to capacity. You know what they must be saying to themselves? Thank God me no come from Antigua.
Yeah.
They must have said, thank God they no come from Antigua.
Yeah. But
sometimes the chief got to make you all feel guilty.
I remember my first few times going into
Trinidad. Ask a question like that?
First few times going into Trinidad with the band. And that year, I can't remember the year, I remember that they would have banned other Caribbean artists from coming into the country because they wanted to make sure that their artists got the feature that they needed for that carnival.
Okay.
So they weren't hiring anybody from outside. I think Edwin Yearwood that year got through the crack somehow, but they weren't hiring anybody because the artists were complaining that too much of the money was going out. But then now, in 2026, we find that we're thinking not only about a cultural carnival, but a commercial carnival where they're able to bring revenue into the country by way of bringing in other artists, creating fêtes, different fêtes so that they can, but then everybody's doing that. So when you ask the question, how is Antigua's carnival different from any other carnival?
Good question.
I don't know what to say. Because they're the same fêtes. The artists are still doing their thing.
Everybody's copying this. Everybody's doing the same thing. Which one do I go? What a confusion.
Different from any other island, any other Caribbean island that's having their carnival.
You're going to make me scratch my head, no.
While I leave you all to ponder that question,
we have a
I want to push Lottie to think
uniqueness
somewhere else. And I'm going to now push you towards your upcoming event. What inspired you to have that event?
Auntie Claudette's Kiddies Fest.
Yes.
All right. So it came straight off of my team working with me for all these years, preparing me for Party Monarch. The team never lost interest in what I am interested in. And so it's a team of brothers and sisters. You understand? Because we work as a family. We sit down, we eat together, we drink together. We support each other's children. But then there's always this magnet when it comes to Claudette Peters and children. And we decided we're going to be doing a kids event because children love Claudette so much. And so we decided to call it Auntie Claudette's Kiddies Fest. So that is my Soca Army team. Uncle Sly, it's not the first time you're hearing about Soca Army.
Oh, not from the beginning.
Okay. And so we started this to give back and not as an event for us to get money. So we've given back to the School for the Blind, for the hospital, Science Institute. We've given to RT performers who they wanted to try to generate some funds to purchase a vehicle to go to the different gigs. Last year, we went into the school. It is actually, we donated PA systems to the schools, to 5 primary schools, because they, while visiting the schools, entertaining them, we realized that we had to bring in a PA system. So we decided that we were going to do that last year. So this year, we're focusing on the secondary schools, because they don't really get the love, then they look big.
Yeah.
They don't get the love. But being who I am as CP the Diva, our secondary schools, they now have music CXC. And while having the, conversations with the students, I would have realized that a lot of them don't play a musical instrument, or their music room is not filled with the instruments that should be in. So we made the call to the ministry, and we realized that, there's quite a few schools that didn't have a filled music room, maybe 1 or 2 instruments. So that is a platform that we're taking. So 12 schools to include Barbuda. We are making sure that we raise our funds to put the musical instruments and then in them come September. God spare our life. So we're trying to make sure that we beckon to the general public, for everyone that's listening to the sound of my voice, that this is why we have Kiddies Fest. We give back to our community. We mentor and we support. And this is just a set of young people who just want to do good, nothing more, nothing less, and we are called the Soca Army.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, you've heard about the event and what is going to happen. But now I am going to take Claudette, and you've also heard her thoughts on our creative industry and where we're going with that. And yes, I am deliberately taking her into a number of spaces because, number one, this is a half-an-hour interview, so we have time constraints, and we also want to get her views on a number of perspectives. We're going to let her wrap talking about her event, but I just want to move to 2 very interesting points I want to check out. What does performing at this stage of your career means to you compared to when you first entered?
Oh, it means a lot. For me, especially on the platform that I'm using, it is, for me, it's passionate because it's personal growth for me, because I would have learned a lot being where I am now, because when I started, we didn't have internet, there was encyclopedia. to learn the industry, I had to hear it from word of mouth. And when I was coming up in the industry, a lot of people would have known but didn't know. So, aka I would have been lied to or taken on a ride. And so I know so much more now than I did before. And so I want to use my Soca Army platform to then help our young musicians coming up, to basically feed them and to steer them into the right direction as to where to get information on the industry. Because I would have lapsed when I was coming up because the information wasn't there for me.
Right.
Okay? And so is the reason why we're having a junior band clash at Antiquarians Kiddies Fest. So this week we're going into the band houses for these junior bands.
Right.
And just to let everybody know, having had the conversation with our young bands, we would have realized that a lot of them don't have their own musical instruments. So whereas we're trying to get the musical instruments for the school, they too don't have their own equipment. So and their band houses. So they share band houses. So it's a bit difficult now to prepare for Antiquarians Kiddies Fest because they share the same space. And then they go to school. So we're trying to see how best we're able to work that out. Thanks to Wacky, I think they're functioning at the old Otter School building.
Okay.
I've been hearing that they were supposed to
Waki,
push it
yes,
down.
yes, Waki.
Yeah, I'm hearing that they're supposed to push down that building.
Yes.
But isn't that, hold on, but isn't that where Yeep also operates from? No, I don't think it's him alone up there, man. They can't push it down, so they have things up there.
No, but then we have to push the envelope a little bit more as to how we're able to get these little young players an area in which they're able to.
Agreed.
You understand? So a conversation has to happen somewhere. So having been preparing for this event, we've been, privy to a lot of things. And so we have to, so I know I can't come off the whole band thing. This year cannot be the last because it's a lot of work to do, okay? So we have to look at band houses, and the young players have to get themselves formally introduced to the instruments that they're playing and all of that. So we're just asking everybody to come out and show them some support because they need that so that they're able to reach where we are not. So that talk and the encouragement and everything can just, be something that we are going to be doing, especially now. So this is basically where I'm at now at my period.
Got you. What would you like to say to your fans and to the next generation of Antiguan and Barbudan artists, listen carefully, who see you as a trailblazer? You have blazed the trail you're one of those who have blazed the trail for where our music is going today. What do you have to say?
And when we say our music, we're talking about universal Caribbean music.
No. I mean, I'm talking about universal Caribbean music. We're talking about Antigua and Barbuda music. We're talking right here.
All right.
What would you like to say to your fans and the next generation in terms of that?
It is important that we support our own. Dance a yard before you dance abroad.
Okay.
That if we don't support our own, we will continue to support others, and then we wouldn't have a brand of our own to sell out there. That is what I would want to say, because that is the reason why we're suffering from our artists not being as international as we should be. We need to start somewhere. We need to support our own. We need to encourage. If you don't have anything to give, don't say anything.
Would you say, a question here?
No, that one from Beige. Hold on, because I'm out of time.
You see the one by Beige?
I see it, but I will hold that because we're out of time, and I have a challenge for her. Your catalog spans many, many years and many, many memorable songs. How do you go about balancing fan favorites with new materials when you're putting together a show?
What I do, I deem my my history favorite my favorite. So if it's mine, you will love it. Of course.
Omar, we turned on the volume outside.
Of course, after coming up the stage, they say, sing the songs. I said, well, you know what? The next event, you will be there, and I will make sure that but it's very difficult because it's 100 and something songs that I have done, and I'm still counting. I'm almost done the feature. I'm almost done, trust me. Trust me.
Okay.
100 and something songs, and I'm still, look at this year. This year, I've released 4 songs, right? 4, 1, 2, 3, yes. 5 songs.
Make up your mind. 4 or 5?
It's going to be 6.
Okay.
Because I have another one to release. And I did that effortlessly. I'm comfortable. And I felt like I just needed to just put music out there because we don't know when. And we have a lot to do as musicians in Antigua and Barbuda. We have to support each other, and we have to support our own, and we have to encourage our fellow Antiguans and Barbudans to support us. Because in lot they have, that doesn't sound good, that doesn't sound good. Did you encourage anybody lately? No? Well, they have nothing to say because musicians in Antigua, they must spend a little last money that they have to go supermarket for a couple of weeks to produce a song, to make costumes, as a contribution for Antigua's Carnival each and every year. And we have to make sure that we appreciate that. because it's an expensive venture. It's at least $5,000 to put a song together, and I don't care how much it costs. Can you imagine the fact that they would have put themselves out of food, them and their children, just to produce something in support of our carnival? Mm-hmm. Have we ever thought about that? No. Well, start.
So CP, as you take us out, notice many were actually for sing online. This is so hard because there's so much to talk about. But as you take us out, invite the listeners to attend, and of course, for those who are not here, morning Kevin, who might want to contribute to your very important.
Double the boy be.
What?
That Kevin on the boy for your double.
So for those who would want to maybe perhaps contribute to the event in terms of the fundraising component to get those instruments. So two things, appeal to those to attend, and for those who want to contribute, talk to them as well.
Okay, so Auntie Claudette's Kiddies Fest, this is happening on the 12th of July, Antigua Recreation Grounds. It's for the entire family because we're going to be having, the children's favorite, the popcorn, cotton candy, the rides, the slides, horseback riding, buggy rides. We are even going to have an adult stall where the adults can sit and have, a few, drinks while the children enjoy themselves. And it's going to be a Sunday. And so we recognize that folks like to cook their Sunday food. So we're going to have a stall in which they're going to be able to have the baked chicken and the macaroni pie with the rice and the salad and the stew pork and all of that Sunday food. Yes, the stall will be there. Auntie Dawn, too sweet. There's gonna be a stall for that, so you can sit and have a drink and eat your Sunday food while your children go off and play the rides that they love. And the baby ones, don't worry, they're going to have their area that they're going to be able to do their thing in a safe zone. And we're going to have our entertainment, which is 7 hours of our young bands do their band clash, and that's the entertainment for the evening. Kiddies Fest starts from 2 until 10. And we're going to have a wonderful time. We're asking everybody to come on out and support. $10 gets you in, and you purchase the rides and the food and everything else. Please come and support us. We're trying to make sure that we're able to raise the funds that we need to purchase our musical instruments. For the folks who are locked on, who want to be able to donate their donation, that is welcome as well, because it's a lot of money that we have to try to make, because we are supplying musical instruments for 12 secondary schools. Instruments, we're talking about guitar, bass guitar, drum sets, keyboards, and their speakers to go with their mixer board and their microphone. So each school will get a set of that.
Wait, a whole set?
A whole set, yes.
Is one set you have in?
Not one get a guitar, one get a keyboard, and no, everybody's getting a full set of equipment. Musical instruments, yes, Petra. And so we want to be able to do just that, and we cannot do it without our people. All right? And so we are inviting everybody to come on out and support. For the persons who are listening to the sound of my voice, who want to make a donation, even if it's a case of chicken, even a hot dog buns, what have you, or
pona rice,
pona rice, you can contact me on my Facebook page. Let me know what you're able to do, or I will give you the information so that you can make a decision as to what you're going to donate. But this is basically the route that we're taking so that we're able to pull this off. We cannot do this without you.
All right.
All right. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Auntie Claudette. You know, she gone from babysitting the picnic and then now to go Auntie Claudette.
Well,
I guess it's through all the changing scenes of life. It's been a pleasure, dear.
Our pleasure.
And feel free, if you ever have the time, you can drop up. Well, y'all can notice because you kind of pack these days, but drop up so you can sit down next to, you know what, maybe I can sit in for me one morning with Sly and run the session, you know, because all you got to sing.
Yeah,
where's the Sly?
Yes, I tell you.
Love good music.
Well, don't worry, Monique. She's not taking Auntie away from you, Auntie Dawn from you. Anyway, right. Sweetheart. Well, it has been a pleasure.
Always. Always. Thank you so much. I appreciate.
And as the family tagline says, you make sure that you keep that music Too sweet.
93.5 FM. WTP.
Put some respect on me name. I don't want to hear. Don't give me that you want to pay. You want to pay.
Say look at I'm on there when I remember.
Tractor systems are offline. Number one for today's hits and all-time favorites.
You're listening to WTP Radio 93.5 FM.
93.5 FM with your host CJ the Maestro. I must also say good morning to my online classroom. How you guys are doing? I must say good morning to my girlfriend Lenan, and also good morning Sparkle. How are you doing such a beautiful Monday morning? Here's hoping that you enjoy the rest of the day and the rest of the week coming from Mr. Lover. I have to make sure I say good morning to my wife, and I have to say good morning to my girlfriend as well. So you have to make sure that they put them in perspective, all right? No, I don't want no problems. And the last time I got a frying pan, I'm still hearing that ringing up until today when I think that my cell phone is ringing, but this is the frying pan what hit me in my head. I still get that ringing all the time. You know, understand what I mean, right? All right, here we go. Now, I have in the studio with me this morning two beautiful young ladies, and I'm going to let them introduce themselves. And I'm going to start first with the one over there with that grin like from now till last year. Good morning to you, and how are you doing?
I am doing fine, CJ. Good morning.
Good morning.
I am Tracy Lynn Joseph, and I am one of the Deputy Census Officers for Census 2025.
2025?
Yes, which continues in 2026.
Oh, because I was just going to tell you in 2026.
I know.
Ah, so it's a continuation from
yes,
there?
it is.
Oh, right, beautiful.
It will continue until we finish.
Until you finish?
Yes.
All right. And next to you is?
Yes, good morning. I'm Deborah Barnes. I'm one of the Deputy Census Officer's assistant.
Ah, Deputy Census Officer Assistant.
Yes.
So you assist the deputy?
Yes.
Ah, beautiful. And you're also part of the 2025 census operation?
Yes, I am.
Ah, beautiful. I like that. Now, everybody is hearing the word census, and they want to know what census means, and what does that have to do with me?
A census is the count of a country.
Uh-huh.
We need to know how many persons are living in Antigua and Barbuda. So we are supposed to, by law, carry out this exercise every 10 years. However, our last census was 2011.
2011?
Yes. We should have gone in 2021, but you know what happened. We had COVID.
Yes.
So instead we went in 2025. And it was not finished last year, so it continues in 2026, and we are hoping and praying that we can wrap it up, the fieldwork especially, before the end of 2026.
Oh, so that means you have to go to everybody's house?
Every building in Antigua and Barbuda, not just household, not just dwellings, businesses, institutions, etc.
Oh.
Everything we have to count.
That got to be a lot of work.
Yes, it is.
How about 100,000 people we have in Antigua and Barbuda?
Yes.
And I'll have to visit every single one of them?
Every household, yes.
My gosh.
Well, by the end of this population and housing census, we can have an accurate account of how many persons are in Antigua and Barbuda.
Oh.
And not just guesstimate.
And how many buildings as well.
Oh, buildings as well?
Yes, so you will have how much is dwellings, how much is household, how much are institutions, how much are businesses, etc.
Oh, okay, all right. That's a lot of work.
It is.
How you guys feel at the end of the day?
Well, that is, we have recruited persons to partner with us to work for us, but we're having a challenge. We haven't gotten enough persons, and for some, they would have fired a job.
They fired a job?
No, they give up. So we have a high attrition rate.
Oh.
They start and stop. Too much work.
So you want me to help hire?
Yes.
I get him pay?
Yes.
Oh, there you go. But sign me up.
So go to statistics.gov.ag and you will see the form there and you can fill it out.
Beautiful.
We are actually recruiting for cohort 3 that we're going to be training shortly.
Okay.
So if you really want to come and work for us, apply. We'll interview you, we'll train you, and we'll send you out there. And at the same time, we're asking you to use your following lists to ask persons to participate in the census and give the enumerators their attention when they come to their households.
Ah, beautiful. I like that.
Because one of the pushbacks our enumerators are also facing is going to the dwellings and persons are inside, they hear the calling and not answering.
Because they think they're a Jehovah's Witness.
Well, the only way you're going to find out is
If you come
open
outside.
and we are well identified with our vests, our ID, our census bags, and our tablets. So if persons see these things, they know that the persons are from the census, even if they're peeping out.
So
That's the ID right there?
This is the ID here.
And this
and that's the vest.
census vest, yes.
Oh.
And they must have on the vest and the ID at all times, and they must use the tablet to capture the data. So if they come with anything writing, that is not us.
That's not a census person.
They have to have the tablet, the ID, and the vest, and we also give them a letter which introduces them to the respondent. So if the respondent says, CJ, they come and you say, I don't think you're from the census office, you read that letter. You can call the number at the bottom, 562-7495, and you can say, Deborah is here. She says she's from the census office. You can ask Deborah, what is your ID number? Because each enumerator has a number. And we can say, if you say Deborah, we can check our database and say, it's Deborah Barnes, her ID is 11, and yes, she is a part of our census, and you live in which
district
enumeration district that you're in. So if we're in Liberta, she say you live near to, give me a place in Liberta.
You ain't no place in Liberta?
Yes. You
okay,
live
say Hamlet Road.
Hamlet Road,
Right.
yes. Because all our EDs have a number. So that's what I was getting at. So if they say the ED close to this road, close to
Hamlet
the radio
Road.
station, yes, you say, yes, that's her. She's from us, because they're in, every enumerator is assigned an enumeration district. But we're here today basically to promote cohort 2, because cohort 2 is going into the field from today.
Oh, from today?
And we have a new methodology that we're testing that we'll be moving forward with. We call it the blitzing exercise.
The who?
The blitzing exercise. What that means, that traditionally, Deborah would have gotten, she's an enumerator, I'm just using that as an example, she would have gotten, say, enumeration district 9200. That's the number. Say that 90 is really in Barbuda. She's responsible for this whole
that entire
ED.
district.
But what we have realized, because things are moving so slowly, we have to put other mechanism in place. So this ED now has 4 blocks. So we're going to go in a blitz with a blitzing team. So for every block, there will be a numerator. So 4 persons will be in that ED at the same time. And so you have more coverage, more presence, and we do it in a 14-day period, a 2-week period, hoping that we can complete that enumeration district in that 2 weeks period. So there will be 2 supervisors on the ground today. We're using ED 10400 Federation Road, that's in Grace Farm, that's to the west of Green Bay School. So this afternoon, anything after 3:30, you're going to see the presence. The general public in that area is going to see the presence of the census team in there, where it has 3 blocks. So we're going to have 3 enumerators in that ED. We're going to have 2 supervisors. Then back at headquarters, as that's the census office, the QAS, the quality assurance supervisor, will be checking as they finish their questionnaire and they sync the tablet. It goes up, and then that person starts to check, and then if that supervisor approves that questionnaire, it goes up to headquarters. As long as it's fine, headquarters will approve it, and it goes into a database, and the cycle continues. So this is a new method we're implementing from today, and we're going to move on to other EDs using that. It's not going to be done for every enumeration district, but especially for those with the difficult terrains, so you have a batch of persons go out at the same time.
Oh, so you get to cover more grounds.
Right, because we really want to come out of the field before the end of 2026. As a matter of fact, we're looking towards September, because before the heart of the hurricane season.
Okay. So let me ask you a question. For places, if you go certain places and you go to certain homes and you do not get anybody. Let's say, for example, they probably went to work at 12 and not back home until about 7 or 8 in the night. Do you go back to that property?
Yes, they do, but they leave a callback card. But from what we have observed from cohort 1, when they leave the callback cards, the respondent doesn't call back, but they normally double back. They go back to that household at a different time. Or if they see the neighbor, they can say, what time CJ normally gets home there? Because and they will say, after 7, but what we have trained our staff, they should not be in the field when it gets dark.
Oh.
Because for security purposes.
Yes.
So we will tell them they can go until 7:30, but do not pass that. So sometimes the respondent will make appointment and say, look, you can come back Saturday, you can come back Sunday, different times. Some of them honor the appointment, some of them they don't.
And you go out anytime. So let's say, for example, like you said, I can come back Saturday or Sunday. Is it up to the numerator or the census person to honor that, okay, Saturday or Sunday, this person will be home, so I can go on Saturday?
Yes, well, the numerator generally choose the time they go out. They generally go out anything after 4 because you're trying to catch working people.
Right.
Some persons go out in the day based on if they don't have another job. Some go because they want to catch the shift workers. Some persons will go based on what the neighbor will tell them.
Right.
If you come this time, you will catch. So there are different factors involved, but generally they go out after 4 and they move around a lot over the weekend, Saturdays and Sundays.
Okay. Now, I want to ask a question because, you come to from your house, you want to know how much picnic me have, if me live with a wife and a girlfriend, and then kind of something there, then I was made to understand that they want to know if me have 2 TV or 3 TV, a stove, a fridge. Well, what kind of questions are we looking at that you're going to ask us as you come, as the census officer comes in? Give us a little idea of what questions we're going to be asked.
Well, for what you said a while ago about the stove and the TV, that is a part of the household section of the questionnaire.
Oh, it is?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
And like what the building is made of, if it has galvanized roof or asphalt. And then we have the personal side of the questionnaire, where we ask about your religion, your date of birth, your education. And it also facilitates, it depends on whether you're employed, unemployed, or pension, because the whole questionnaire with the personal section does not pertain to you. We have different categories. So if there is a child that is under 15, they cut off at the educational section because they're not working.
Right.
So anybody 15 years and older,
Then you
they
ask
will
that.
get, yes, they will ask about economic activity.
Oh.
So yeah, to add to what Debbie would have said, there are different sections of the questionnaire, and there are a lot of skip patterns. So if, for argument's sake, the questionnaire has 102 questions, I'm not saying that it is.
All
It
102
does.
you're going to ask?
No.
Okay.
There are skip patterns because if you're female, you will get the fertility section. A male would not get that section.
Well,
But
thank God.
if you're self-employed, you will get a different set of questions than whether you're employed by somebody else. So it all depends on where you fall in that questionnaire demographic. And also we interview everyone in the household, babies, elderly, even if you're over 100. We interview everyone that lives, sleeps at least 4 nights in a week and have a meal there, because that is considered your resident.
Your residence as well?
Yes.
All right. So let us know, because, some people go say, like, oh, they try for my business, what I have in my house and how much money I make and if I'm working or not working and stuff like that. Explain to me, as a person who don't know anything about the census, why is it so important for the census to continue?
Well, when it comes, it is very important. The questions we ask are very important. For example, when it comes to age, we want to know what kind of population we have. Is it a young population? Is it an aging population? Is it a middle-aged population? So we want to know that. When it comes to the income question, we want to know what is the level, what level persons are operating at. Are they operating at the level? Are they getting paid in that this class or this class. We want to know what kind of industry you're working in. So is the insurance industry taking over? Is the construction industry taking over? We want to know what kind of industry you're in. We want to know what your occupation is. Do we have a lot of senior doctors? Do we have a lot of statisticians? Do we have a lot of
carpenters?
Exactly.
Yeah,
so
understand.
the different questions are students. We want to know what percentage of our population are students. We want to know what percentage of our population has degrees, have masters, have a first degree. We want to know where we are going. How can we move the policymakers? How can they move forward, move the country forward by providing more social programs? Do they need to build more police stations? Do they need to build more schools? So all these questions are relevant for moving Antigua and Barbuda forward. We want to know the data we get. We want to know how can we invest? Can we invest as individual? Can we invest as a country? It also, the data that we're trying to collect, it feeds into different things that we have signed on to, like the Sustainable Development Goals. 2030 is upon us. How do we measure some of the indicators that we need to measure? There are 17 goals, and as a country, we have to do our part. We have to report. We also want to know the Antigua Barbuda agenda for SIDS. We have to feed data from the census into that, because we have called ourselves the Center of Excellence. We cannot be the Center of Excellence if we don't have data to put into that portal. We have other different things that we have signed on to. So we need to get the data so the indicators can be calculated and we can report as a country and don't look bad when we go places and you see Antigua and Barbuda, it says NA, which doesn't mean not applicable, it means not available. And then you see Trinidad, Barbados, Montserrat, everybody have data and we have none.
I understand that now. I like that. Now, in terms of the 2025 census program, we are now in 2026. How far are you now in terms of the population that you've already censused? How far are you now? Are you like 50%, 25% done, or 75% finished?
Far from.
What?
Yes. It's going very slowly on the field. We're not getting the cooperation we expect from the general public.
You kidding me?
Seriously.
Wow.
Plus, Antigua and Barbuda has 400 enumeration districts, 391 on the mainland, Antigua, and 9 in Barbuda. Initially, when we recruited persons, we had about 700 and something apply. But as we do the training, people drop out. So we had expected to start with all 400, but we had to do a phased approach where we started with 200. But truth and in fact, we did not start with 200 because persons after the training and they realize the amount of work, they drop out. So we basically started with 160 enumeration district. And since then, persons have dropped out. Now that was cohort 1 that we would have trained. Now we finished cohort 2, trained cohort 2. We had to take a break because of the election. We went back in the field the 26th of May and we continue cohort 1. We have some issues and the different challenges that they would have reported. So we're trying our best as a team to put mechanism in place to correct some of the issues that are happening out there. So today, we are deploying cohort 2. But cohort 2, we had almost 200 persons to train. And then when we had our training, hardly anybody showed up. 70-something showed up at the different training site. And now we're moving off today with 44 persons.
And that's still not enough people?
That's still not enough. And the ED that we're going to blitz, that's from cohort 1. So we have 44 enumerators that we're going forward with. We have to keep our fingers crossed that they're going to stick around. So from today, we start our blitzing, and the other enumerators will start to go to the new enumeration district that have been added to cohort 1 from tomorrow, right? And Barbuda will be going out in cohort 2.
Oh.
But Barbuda is going to finish before us because they only have 9 enumeration district and they're smaller. But they will be in cohort 2.
Oh, okay. All right. I like that. Now, you have this number of census workers or enumerators, as you would call them, that's going out. They're going to start today. A number of them are listening to this radio station. What would you like to tell them? What are they expecting to meet in the field? How are they expecting to respond to? You know, you have some people that just, they're not care, they're just fresh and they don't want nobody to place and stuff like that. How would you speak to them? I expect them to understand the person's personal point of view, yet still getting the information that is required for the census program to develop.
Well, we would have spoken to our trainees and let them know that if they find somebody who is, whether they are irritable or whatever is the case, you can try and explain to them. If they're still insistent that they don't want you at their place, you just tell them, thank you very much. You report the situation to your field supervisor. Your field supervisor will go and have a conversation. If it's the same thing, it will be escalated to the headquarters. And if it's the same thing, headquarters will then report to the census office that this person is essentially refusing to answer the questions, and we in turn will take it from there.
Oh, okay. Is there at any time that police have to get involved in anything like that?
It's not the police by law. According to our amended 2024 National Bureau of Statistics Act, the National Bureau of Statistics is mandated to conduct a census every 10 years.
Every 10 years?
Yeah. And there are penalties for persons who do not want to participate in the census. If you refuse, you can be fined $10,000.
What? Take your time. Go over that again for me, please, slowly, so everybody could hear.
According to the 2024 amended National Bureau of Statistics Act, Section 9B, and 17, if there are penalties for persons who do not refuse to participate in a national census.
So once you have a national census that's ongoing, and I decide me don't want to take part of that,
you can be fined $10,000 and you can go to jail for up to 2 years, no more than 2 years. You can be fined and confined.
So fine, confined, or fine and confined?
You can be both, yes.
Oh, wow.
Depends on the judge or the magistrate. And if say the magistrate give you a year in jail, when you come out and they come back to you and you still don't want to give that information,
you
it's
go back again?
$1,000 for every day you refuse to give that information.
No, are you serious?
That's according to the act.
Are you serious? And you said the act is, what is it again, 2024?
The 2024 National Bureau of Statistics Amended Act, and it's Section 9B and Section 17.
9B and 17. So all you hear now, people, I make sure bring the people them so I could understand, because somehow I run the people them with our dog, somehow stone them, and somehow just refuse flat out now do. I mean, I let all you know now.
And in recent census, before 2011, 1991, you have had persons that refuse, but we have managed to use moral suasion and allow them to, they participate. We do not want to go that route. We don't want to get the law involved.
Right.
So we're just asking persons just to cooperate with us. The data is confidential because all field staff must take an oath of secrecy.
Oh, okay.
Before they can go on the field, when we have the different training, Magistrate Hamilton came and they did the oath of secrecy. They divulge any information they too can be fined $10,000 and they can be fined and confined. Us at the National Bureau of Statistics and the Census Office, from the time we walk through the door to get a job working at the National Bureau of Statistics, before we can take up a piece of paper, we have to go to the magistrate court
And get that
and
oath.
take an oath of secrecy, and it's value for life.
Oh, okay.
So we cannot divulge
Any
any
information.
information to persons outside of the office.
So me can't give for your business out to
No.
not even to my best friend.
Not even to your wife when you
Not
have
e-
pillow talks.
Wow, what the joke you're telling.
Right? So we disseminate data that can be discussed because it's disseminated in aggregated format. Names are removed and stuff like that.
Okay.
So we don't publish the data with CJ, how much CJ make. It's in aggregated format. So you cannot run it back and say, oh, look, it's
This is
CJ.
CJ itself,
No,
yeah.
we don't do that. But
Do you take the names when you go to the
yes, we do.
Okay.
We do.
All right.
We do. But when we are gonna disseminate the
these,
data, they're all removed.
We usually take a name and contact number because sometimes in going through the data, and if the enumerator does not remember something,
They
when the
can call.
office is going through, we can call back and say, this enumerator came to you and this question doesn't sit well with us. Can you verify for us, please? Some persons don't want to give their name and number, so we try to abide by that, but it's important because we even call and say, did so-and-so come by you? Because we don't want anybody going under any tree to fill out any questionnaires. So we try to safeguard the information of persons.
So if I don't want you to come into my house, some people kind of real private and they don't want you to come into the house. Is it okay if you stay by the gate?
When we train our enumerators, we tell them not to go inside people's house because you don't know what's in there.
That is
If
true.
they have a veranda, they can stay there. Outside, we tell them they don't go in there. And if you feel something is off, follow your intuition.
Yes.
Don't go in there because your security is important
It's
as well.
very important.
And we, just to step back a little, CJ, in 2011, we would have used paper to collect the data. Now, 2025, 26, we have evolved. We're using tablets.
Oh, so
to
everybody got a
collect the
tablet
data.
now?
Yes, all enumerators have a tablet.
Okay.
So they're collecting the data on the tablet. Now, when they finish interview CJ, your household, as long as they feel that I did everything correctly, they can sync that questionnaire. When I say sync,
The
they're going to
information go one
upload it,
time.
and it uploads to their field supervisor, and it's off the tablet. They have no access to that data, that questionnaire anymore, unless they would have done something incorrectly,
Incorrect,
and the supervisor rejects that questionnaire. But from the time they finish and they press that sync button, it's uploaded to the supervisor. It's off
And they
the
have
tablet.
no knowledge of what they took down again.
No, so they can't go back and say, let me see what CJ saying like again. No.
Yes,
Whereas in paper, they're in boxes, and then when you have to drop them off at the census office to your field supervisor, there's a difference. So there are a lot of security measures in place, and we're hoping that we can pick up the pace in cohort 2 and even when we deploy cohort 3.
All right.
And we're hoping we don't have to go to a cohort 4. So we are really recruiting statistics.gov.ag, and we're asking persons to sign up, come on board, and we're also asking the general public to cooperate with our enumerators. And for those for the general public who have already cooperated, we say thank you, and we ask you to encourage your other family members to participate in this national exercise.
I see. Statistics.gov.ag.
If one of your technicians, they can pull it up on the home page. They scroll down. When they click on census, it will take you straight to the application form.
It's right here.
Okay.
It's
good
right
stuff,
here.
good
Are you
stuff.
interested in working for the census?
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I'm talking about. And it has all of the information here. Welcome to the National Bureau of Statistics, Antigua and Barbuda. Oh, I like this. You have the subjects, which are price, what's that?
Prices and consumer
Yeah.
affairs, yes.
Economics accounts, education, training and learning, international merchandise trade.
So that's our
labor.
website.
That's the website right there.
Yes.
Nice. And you have the data, you have analysis, infographics.
And you scroll down to the page and you're going to see
scroll
about the
down.
census.
Where's that? Scroll down and down. Census. Where am I?
At the bottom.
Close to the bottom of the page, there's a census tab somewhere there.
Okay, that's what I'm looking for. I see here Consumer Price Index, economic accounts, labor, population and demography, travel and tourism, international marginalized trade, education, training, learning, health,
Look at it
information.
there. Look on your screen there. Yes, census. Click on that.
Ah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, click on, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you scroll down there?
Yeah, and then you see right there.
Ah.
Right there.
Right, this one right here?
Yeah, click.
Oh, click it. Okay, click it. Where all the white people come from?
That's the Syrians and
Indians and so on. Oh, okay, all right. Okay, a complete count of all people and households in Antigua and Barbuda. It usually takes place every 10 years and provide a detailed picture of the country at one specific point in time, known as a census night. Unlike surveys or estimates, the census includes everyone, everywhere, making it the most comprehensive source of information about our nation.
yes, CJ, you see recruitment?
Where?
Right at the after references on your left hand side.
Yeah. Come
Click
down to
there, recruitment. Click the recruitment button. Right, right.
So
there you
this is
go.
where I have to go to get my
Yes.
stuff sorted out?
Yes.
So new applicant, yes.
Yes.
There
That's
you
it.
go.
Mhm.
All right. So
That's
that
it.
means if I'm recruited to be a census officer, I have to census me again.
Yes, you're just going to work for us.
Oh, okay, all right. Okay, I like that. And this is quite easy.
That's our online recruitment form. And we're doing everything
Wait,
online.
I see banking details. Where and how much money you got in my bank?
Because when we pay you for the training, we pay by EFT.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
All right, understandable. I get him pay. Of course, I get paid. Me, I get paid, yes. All right. Well, ladies, anything else that you would like to say before we go?
Yes,
Yeah.
we would like to say thank you to our hard-working team on the field, especially the enumerators.
How many you have on the field now?
Over 100, probably 150 something,
Okay.
and then we're going to add 44
Today.
to that. We want to say thank you to them. We know it is not easy out there, and we just want them to know that we appreciate the hard work that they're doing. Also, like to say thanks to the hard-working team, us inside the census office. It's not an easy road, but we are pressing on by God's grace. We want to say to the general public, partner with us, and help us execute this national exercise.
How long does it normally take? If you go out and let's say everybody is complying with the questionnaires and stuff like that, how long would it normally take?
In 2011, we took less than a year.
Uh-huh.
We took less than a year in 2011, but it's like, it's not just us here in Antigua, across the region. It's like since COVID, a lot of things have changed. But we would also like to encourage you, your radio station WTP, to continue to partner with us to
we will.
allow us to come and give updates where we're at.
Definitely.
And we just want this national exercise to be completed so we can start to tabulate the data, so we can move forward as a country with current data. We want to know what is our population. We don't want to know our estimated population. We want to actually have the actual figure. We can say the population of Antigua and Barbuda as of as part of the 2025 population and housing census is XYZ. We want to have that factual data. So when decisions are made, you know that, look, this come from the census and everyone would have participated in making this national exercise possible. I will allow Ms. Barnes to...
Before you go, something just popped in my head. This census helps the government to know the employment rate in the country and also the pay in the event that they may have to raise the salary, the hourly rate,
minimum wage.
the minimum wage. Does this census also help?
Yes, because that's where the income, when persons answer the income section.
Right.
Yes.
It just dawned on me.
Yes, it is important for a lot of things, a lot of indicators. The census can give us information to calculate those things.
Beautiful. I like that. Yes, go ahead, my dear.
Yes, so as Ms. Joseph would have said earlier, we would like to thank those persons who have already answered the questions. We would like to thank our enumerators, field supervisors, quality assurance supervisors, our headquarters, because it is not easy out there, and they would take the abuse because they cannot answer back because they work for the census office, and they have to be very polite. I would also like to thank the other workers, census office, the National Bureau of Statistics, for all the work they would have assisted, helped in any way, shape, or form. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
And to our colleagues in Barbuda, we are coming your way in this cohort too. We haven't forgotten you guys. So we are all in this thing together.
Beautiful, I like that. Well, ladies, again, thank you very much, and thank you for coming out and sharing that much needed and pertinent information to the people of Antigua and Barbuda so that you can understand exactly the seriousness about this census. Yeah, go ahead.
Federation Road, Grace Farm, look out for us this afternoon. For the next 2 weeks, we'll be in your presence. We're going to have a lot of activity going on there with our 3 enumerators on the field, along with the 2 field supervisors. So please give them your cooperation, and you'll be our first blitzing area, and we will continue as the process goes along.
Blitz 2.
Well, other EDs will be blitzed, but they're number one. They're starting in Grace Farm for number 1.
Beautiful. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. And I know for a fact that we, WTP Radio, will assist in any which way, shape, or form that we can to help get that information out there so that people can feel more comfortable. Now that you've come out and said this, I know some people will say, okay, all right, I realize, I didn't want to give my information out because I don't want such and such know my salary, know this, know that about me and stuff like that. So now I'm glad that you show that there's transparency and there's also accountability in every single information that is taken. And it's not going to be going up that about 2 weeks or a month from now, Sandra only making $1,200 a day, and the vehicle that she said belong to she, and not for she is your boyfriend, and them kind of something and them what's that. That information is not going to be diverse to anybody else.
No.
And the oath of secrecy is very important.
Yes, it is.
Beautiful.
And thank you for having us. And we really appreciate it. And we look forward to coming back and giving further updates.
You will definitely. Me want the two of you come back. You have to come back. You will definitely come back and give us that update again as we continue.
Thank you.
I'm expecting to see you in about 2 months.
We'll come back for cohort 3.
Cohort 3.
Yes.
What is cohort, by the way? I keep hear you saying.
Well, cohort 1 is the first set of people that went out. So today, the second set of persons that we would have trained. So the next set of persons that we're going to train, we call them cohort 3.
Oh, okay. So I should be in cohort 3.
Yes, you should be. Yes, fill out the form. You have it on the screen already.
Yeah, I'm going to fill it out.
So fill out.
Of course.
So thank you.
You're most welcome. All right, there you go.
Right.
All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break and come right back. When we do come back, we're going to be having a quick chit-chat with the Minister, the Honorable E.P. Chet Green. Stick up in right there. Don't go anywhere. You're still in tune to The Buzz 268. Where's Kerio? Right here on WTP 93.5 FM. We'll take a break and come right back.
93.5 FM, WTP.
You'ma beat it out like a steel drum. Hung it out like a drum beat. Bum-ba-dee bum, boy. Bum-ba-dee bum bum, boy. Bum-ba-dee bum.
From the Congo down to the Iron Man.
93.5 FM, WTP.
Hi there, I am DJ Governor Slim, inviting you to join me for your Nighttime Groove, Mondays through Thursdays from 10 p.m. until 1 a.m. and on Saturdays for your weekend mashup from 1 until 3 on WTP Media Network 93.5 to the world at www.wtpantigua.com.
Are you ready?
Last year, we had a party, but this year, we are back for an encore performance.
Are you ready now?
It's the Long Bay Lager Caribbean Melting Pot. Thursday, July 30th, 8 p.m. sharp. Carnival City comes alive.
Showtime in 5, so let we start it.
With the undisputed king of soca, Marshall Montano. Alongside the soca general, Skinny Fabulous. From Grenada, bringing pure jab energy, Muddy. Antigua's reigning soca monarch, Tia Winter. And the carnival baby herself, Tizzy. Straight out of Dominica, Triple K International. Listen out for a heavy supporting cast. This year is the most epic ultimate encore performance. Early bird tickets are only $100. House of Rhythm, $350. Limited offer. Tickets available on the ticketing app and select ticket outlets island-wide. Feel the rhythm of the Caribbean. Catch the encore performance. Let it go!
Keep your eyes on the road. Keep your mind on driving. Keep your hands on the wheel, as one distraction can steal your reaction. Look out for pedestrians, joggers,